Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Okay, now, honestly, if I'm going to describe how I'm feeling right now, it's total utter disbelief. Like, I'm not necessarily disappointed, because by all means, Kamala keeps screwing up at every point and turn, but I'm just in utter disbelief. Like, I can't believe this is what's happening right now. This is what we're watching. And really, it just goes to show the double standard, how Republicans need to be so great, so amazing, to even stand a chance, and Democrats, they just have to exist next to Taylor Swift and Megan Thee Stallion shaking her ass, and all of a sudden you're just anointed the future of the party and next president of the United States. It's completely ridiculous. You don't have to be impressive. You could be a freaking vegetable and get elected president of the United States as a Democrat. And that would have been a facetious, exaggerated statement or a joke pre-Joe Biden era, but after 2020, that's basically the standard. There is no standard. Not if you're a Democrat, not if you got a D next to your name. I'm just flabbergasted. I'm shocked. I'm confused. How is it possible to be this, frankly, dumb? Kamala Harris has one job. Her job is to address the people. She's got to do one thing. She's actually pretty close to getting elected. All she has to do is appear genuine and actually connect with voters and explain what it is that she wants to do, or to present a coherent platform. But obviously Democrats can't present a proper platform because they're literal communists, or at least wannabe communists. But they still have the option of lying. They could just lie, and that's what they've been doing. So all they got to do is actually present their lies. Just go out there and present an inspiring message. Address the people, connect with the people. That is all they have to do. But instead, this is what Kamala Harris chooses to do. I don't know if it's her decision or if she has the worst strategic thinkers and political consultants around her. I don't know what it is. But this right here, it's unbelievable. This little 30-second video clip of Kamala Harris boarding her plane might have undone her entire campaign. Sounds hyperbolic. It's not. Let me show you guys what I mean by that. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so like I said, I laid down the context. All Kamala has to do is appear genuine and connect with voters. But instead, this is what she's doing. Running and running and running away. That's the Democrat strategy these days. It started with Joe. Well, it didn't really start with Joe, but I gotta say the strategy has been expanded with Joe, where they just don't want to address the people. They don't want to actually tell people what it is they want to do. They got their private and public policies, and they don't want to be scrutinized on the details or their hypocrisy. They're flip-flopping. They're just running. I feel like the majority of independent voters, or at least on the fence independent voters, people who are unsure, and even some Democrats, although let's be honest, most of them have been totally MK Ultra these days. But anyways, let's just say undecided voters are sitting on the sidelines paying attention, like really paying attention, and they're waiting for Kamala Harris to convince them. But what's Kamala Harris do? She is doing everything in her power to avoid answering any questions. There she gets out of her motorcade wearing headphones. When have you ever seen a president of the United States, let alone vice president of the United States, getting out with earbuds? Not to mention wired earbuds, not even wireless. There's something psychopathic about that, but that's another issue altogether. But I'll give her a boomer pass. She gets out the motorcade with the earbuds in. What message does that send to the American people? That says one thing and one thing alone. I don't want to answer questions. I'm not going to spend a single second even looking at the reporters. In fact, I'm going to put a defensive wall around myself by having my earbuds in. Hey, I'm too busy listening to Megan Thee Stallion over here. I don't got time to answer no reporters' questions. Holy frick, I can't even believe it. And now, of course, the leftoids are going to say, well, what do you mean? She's just a normal person, just like me. She listens to music. Really? I'm not going to say Democrat voters are dumb, but that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's obvious that this is a defense mechanism. Kamala Harris doesn't want to address the press. She doesn't want to answer questions in a non-controlled environment. And so she's protecting herself by blocking her ears, blocking access to her ears. You could tell it's fake. At one point, she's putting the phone to her ear. What? She's got earbuds in, but then she puts the phone to her ear? Look at that. That is so fake. She might not even have anything playing. What's the next excuse? Well, the tarmac's really loud, and so she's got those in to protect her eardrums. Okay, come on. It's obvious to everyone, and really it's becoming undeniable at this point, that Kamala Harris is simply simply a dishonest, typical career politician. And she's acting, frankly, in the most despicable manner I've ever seen from any campaigner. Ever. I'm saying this, and it's not to be extreme and partisan. This is the most dishonest political campaign I have ever witnessed in my 31 years of living. I have never seen anything even close to this. All the lies, the deception, then of course the media lies, the refusal to address important issues, the constant speaking in empty platitudes and never actually going into detail about any of your ideas or what it is that you stand for, or saying that you won't ban fracking, but then in the same breath, in the same sentence, saying that your values haven't changed. It's the most dishonest crap I've ever seen. And even from a standpoint of Kamala Harris or the politician, from a perspective of identity, even that's dishonest. Kamala Harris has obviously dishonestly represented her cultural roots. That's not up for debate, although I'm sure someone like Destiny could come up with some smart-sounding pseudo-intellectual nonsense to defend her on that talking point, but come on, we know what's going on. She's clearly playing this manipulative, pandering game. I mean, look at her in Detroit just the other day.
You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time. Because what we know...
Depending on the room that Kamala Harris is in, she adopts a different freaking accent. It's unbelievable. As if Democrat politicians haven't realized yet, this is a horrible strategy. How many clips of Hillary Clinton and AOC have been played on repeat where they fake an accident and the internet drags them for it? These people are so incredibly dishonest to the point that it's almost funny. And you know, it would be funny if it wasn't so serious, but at the end of the day, it's freaking serious. Because these people are trying to get elected dishonestly in the most dishonest manner possible. And what lies beneath the surface? Beneath the cackling and the smiles and the hashtag joy and hashtag brat? Beyond the Taylor Swift and Green Day and Jack Black and Megan Thee Stallion concerts, what actually lies, what's left, is fascism.
All of these social media companies and these online platforms, which are so powerful in their ability to impact perception about an issue and to influence behaviors, let's be clear about that. There have to be standards, and he and his account should be taken down. We saw in El Paso that shooter in his manifesto was informed by how Donald Trump uses that platform. And this is a matter of corporate responsibility. Twitter should be held accountable and shut down that site. It is a matter of safety and corporate accountability.
Thank you. Senator Warren, you can respond.
So, look, I don't just want to push Donald Trump off Twitter. I want to push him out of the White House. That's our job.
Join me in saying that his Twitter account should be shut down.
Let's figure out why it is that...
Not to mention the fact that he has used his platform, being the President of the United States, in a way that has been about inciting fear and potentially inciting harm against a witness to what might be a crime against our country and our democracy. And for that reason, I do believe that it's clear that he has violated the terms of use, and I'm asking that Twitter does what it has done in previous occasions, which is to revoke someone's privilege.
And because of the swipe of my pen, that person could be arrested. They could sit in jail for at least 48 hours. They could lose time from work, and their family maybe lose their job. They'd have to come out of their own pocket to help hire a lawyer. They'd lose standing in their community. All because of the swipe of my pen. Weeks later, I could dismiss the charges, but their life would forever be changed. So I learned at a very young age the power.
A party that is pro-war, pro-mandate, pro-censorship, anti-gun, anti-free speech, authoritarian, communist threat to the nation. And that right there, that reality, well, that's no joke, that's certainly not funny, now is it? Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.